Hi guys, welcome back to Facebook Live.
With Maria and Joel.
We did a really quick introduction about, actually with this song, by the way, by Tromboranga. And the reason is because we want to start with just showing you at the beginning some of the dance and how do we dance a little bit before we actually start talking about these
Next topic.
I guess these topics, because this video is going to actually answer a couple questions from different people that have been asking us all the time, okay? So
we wanted to show you, Joel's going to check if we're live. Basically what we were showing you right here was a little bit of social dancing, and notice that we weren't doing anything complicated, right? We were doing crossbody leads, inside turns, outside turns, switching the hands, and playing with the music and each other, of course, right? Of course. That's why the title of the video is called Memorizing versus Dancing, right? And which goes back to the topic. We have our friend Paco from Mexico who asked us, is the goal to memorize as many turn patterns as possible in order, I guess, to feel comfortable or to not let the lady be bored on the dance floor? And the answer is definitely not, right? We know that when you come to class or when you go to any class, of course you're learning new combinations and new turns. But the goal, that is for you to practice at home, right? That's for you to practice and, of course, expand your creativity, right? But it's definitely not to take the full 5-8 count or 6-8 count turn pattern and memorize it on the dance floor, right? The last thing you want to do is look like you're memorizing something on the dance floor, right? I personally have been dancing for a very long time. I'd rather dance with somebody who's doing right turns, left turns, crossbody leads, inside turns, outside turns, right? The 5 things that we call fundamentals. And actually,
by the way, this is what we were doing. You want to see again this video once we finish live.
Go back. And
the video is going to be there so you can watch the replay. And at the beginning we start with this video because the 5 things that Maria was saying, which is regular right turns, left turns, inside turns, outside turns, and crossbody leads, are the only 5 tools that we were using to dance the little piece that we danced at the beginning of this video.
Yes.
So at the beginning of this live, right? So
yes, but like I said, the difference was we were listening to what the music was telling us. We were styling a little bit by changing the hands, Joel adding combs behind his hair, or the lady a comb behind the neck. But again, going back to the fundamentals is that, I lost my train of thought. Going back, yes, to the tools, basically, is if we feel like those are the beginner tools, right? And when you learn those tools, which we teach again in our beginner fundamentals, and those of you who have taken the fundamentals class, we teach you the basic version of it, and then we also talk about how to change the hands, right? I feel like if you're taking those fundamentals and you're taking them, one, practicing at home by yourself, the footwork by yourself, which was another question, is do I practice alone, pretending I have an imaginary partner, or do I practice for myself? Practice the footwork by yourself to the timing, and then start adding the dynamics that we were talking about in the previous video. Sorry, like looking in the mirror and adding a right turn with some energy, right? Adding a left turn with some energy, and of course staying on the timing of the song that you're practicing to. And practice to different rhythms, right? Practice to a slow song, practice to a little bit faster, practice to something that's a little bit more romantic, just to see what you would do to that type of music, right? Because if you're not dancing those basics on the dance floor, then I personally, and we probably don't want to hear this, I would not go into the next level of classes in the school that you're going to, right? Just because now you start adding more information to your head and you never really took the time to learn, appreciate the basics, learn how to lead them, learn how to make the follower really understand what you're trying to do. If you haven't mastered that or achieved the goal of making the follower understand what she understands a right turn, no problem. She understands the outside turn. Your lead is clear. The timing is clear. If you're not doing that yet, my suggestion is don't go to an advanced beginner or an intermediate class and start learning a turn pattern, right? Because it's just like I said, you just keep thinking and thinking and thinking, and then you become a robot on the dance floor, memorizing turn patterns. And guess what? Salsa dancing is not a turn pattern. Salsa dancing is understanding the music. We're giving you tools, yes, to go and get creative with them, but the dancing part is the creative part, is adding the musicality, adding the dynamics, right? Attaching the exact steps to the music and not memorizing a turn pattern. A turn pattern, like I said, it's there for you to take and get creative. But again, if you're not there yet with an advanced turn pattern move, getting creative, you didn't even get creative with the beginner turn patterns, then I suggest you go a little bit backwards.
Yeah, I guess some people actually ask us directly, not only in our school, in different places, like, hey, you know, I'm gonna start classes with you. I'm already taking classes with you. What level I supposed to be, or what level do you think? And they ask us, what level do you think that I'm supposed to be? And sometimes it's a very tough question because sometimes we don't know if we want to answer with the answer that you want to hear, which is, oh no, of course you go and just continue learning more and more and more, which is good. It's good to learn more, but everything has to learn. You have to learn gradually, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes we just want to go over everything at once, and then at the end, when we finish, we don't remember nothing, right? Not even one little piece. So saying that, I mean, it's a very tough question. And I guess right now, I'm using this medium to tell you that I guess we have to say something that you don't want to hear. But of course, if you are not ready, you are just not ready. And if you ask us, I'm sure it's because you believe in us, or you believe on your instructor, you are on your school. So if they tell you to stay on a certain level, don't take it as oh my God, they tell me that I'm supposed to be on a lower level when I feel that I'm ready for the next level. If they tell you it's for something, if they really care, they will tell you, you know, my suggestion is to stay on this level. There's still a little more, you need a little more to learn and more to create with these tools and these things that you've been doing here before you move to the next level, right? One little thing that I was explaining before is that just imagine that you want to go to a mountain or whatever, and then you have a backpack, right? And then your goal is to get to the top of that place. You want to get there, but then every time that you put in or you're learning something, imagine that you put a rock on that backpack, right? And then you start walking with that backpack, going to that top level that you want to be. But then you don't even realize that every time that you learn how to really master that rock or that steps or that things, then you can put the rock away, and then you can put the next one, and you continue walking, you continue walking, you continue walking, right? And then you learn, and you continue walking, you learn this rock, and then you put it away, now you master it, now you put the next rock, and then you continue learning and moving forward. The other way is to put, okay, the first rock, and you do one step, and then to put the next rock. You don't even master the other one, so you cannot drop it, right? And then you continue moving forward and put one more rock, and then continue. But in 10th step, you will be already tired. You cannot even carry the bag. So that's what happened. And this is what happened with the advanced dancers. They move again to the fundamentals to repeat all over again because they know that it's too much. It's already too heavy, right? That bag. So save yourself some time, master your fundamentals, master your timing, understand the music, understand the concepts of the turns, and just start applying on the dance floor. Like I said, we open with this song because we want to show you, when you see the replay, we want to show you how we were using only crossbar leads, inside turns, outside turns, right turns and left turns. That's the only thing, and the purpose that we didn't put anything complicated.
And as you can notice, we didn't have to think about it, right? Like when we were dancing, we weren't thinking about what to do next, right? Because when we say master something, we mean get it so in depth in the body, right? Get the muscle memory that you need with the basic stuff that it actually comes out on the dance floor because you don't have to think about it, right? So again, that goes to the topic of memorizing versus dancing. When you are memorizing a turn pattern, then you start to look like you're thinking, right? You don't want to be that person looking like you're thinking. You want to be the person that your body automatically reacts because it's so in your muscles, right? It's in the muscle memory rather than this memory, right? Dancers, we don't dance with the head. The music comes on, we react with the body. And when we do something 100 times, the right turn 100 times, I shouldn't even say 100, hundreds of thousands of times to different, like I said, different rhythms. When you do it and you're like, oh, I have this right turn down pat, your body won't think about it. Okay, next rock, right? I'll go to the rock theory. The left turn. Do it to this type of music. Oh, maybe I add a little twist. Maybe I whip my head around. Still a left turn, but I'm adding something extra. But again, I'm mastering the fundamentals. So, like when you get to the dance floor, you want to look like natural. Yes, you want to have the tools with the resistance. You want to have the tools with the connection, and then start just getting creative on your own. That is the goal. The goal is to get creative on your own because you have it in your body that is just going to happen naturally, right? You want to look like natural on the dance floor, not a robot. Yeah?
Mm-hmm. So I guess we get a little bit tough in this video with you guys, but it's true. I mean, you really want to become a better dancer, you better put your ass to work, right? So you have to really put the practice and you have to put the time. Now, some people ask me, how long is it going to take me to learn how to dance salsa? The question is very simple. Actually, it's very simple.
Okay.
Very, very simple. Let's say that you want to learn something, or let's say that you're going to the gym, and then you want to become, you're going to join a competition, but you're going to train only one day every week. You go for one day, and only the whole day. You go for 1 hour a day, once a week, and then just picture in 1 year, you did only 52 hours of training. No counting that you don't even need it right at home, and means your practice, right? On the other hand, is another person that approached us, hey, how long do you think it's gonna take me to learn how to dance? You know, I'm gonna put every day, I'm gonna put 1 hour of practice, even 30 minutes of practice, but it's every day, right? Let's put 1 hour just to make the numbers at the end very quick. So 1 hour of practice every day, plus I'm gonna add another hour of practice at home, right? Plus I'm gonna add, I don't know, let's say the extra timing that I go out there, outside to social dancing, practice on the outdoors events, or practice in a club or whatever. So we're talking about 3 hours, right? 3 hours per day that probably this person is putting in practice. So now put in these 3 hours, and now multiply that for 365 days. Compare the 52 hours versus the 365 by 3 hours. I'm not very good on numbers, but you know it's a lot, right? So answer yourself. Answer these questions yourself. How long do you really, or how much effort you really want to put to learn? That's actually the question. Sometimes we ask the questions on the wrong way, right? So saying that, like I said, this video is gonna be a little bit tough, but we just want you guys to open your eyes and just
open your eyes, don't go through this whole process blinded, like, oh, I already know the right turn, I know crossbody loop. Knowing and doing and executing and dancing is totally different, right? Another question, sorry, I want to add in because I think it's part of the same video, is how do I practice at home? I might have said this in the beginning, but I will repeat it, is getting the footwork in the body, right? You don't need a partner to practice. Again, when we were doing, Joelle and I dancing, and we'll do it again, right? We'll do just like simple stuff, crossbody lead, right turn, and switching the hands. What we are not thinking about is the footwork. Why? Because it's in our muscle memory, right? That is one thing you want to get out of the way, is the footwork. So that is something you can do at home by yourself 1,000,000 times to different types of music, right? So we know our basics so well, we're not thinking. We know a crossbody lead footwork so well, we don't have to think it, right? It's step, ba, dum, dum, ba, ba, dum, dum. I'm just thinking of this part. Ba, ba, dum, dum. Crossbody on the other side. Dum, dum, ba, ba, dum, dum. Crossbody on your left side. Ba, ba, dum, dum. Dum, dum. Right turn. Step, step. Step, step. Another crossbody looking different. Right turn. Yeah, so this is just my thought process, but I want you to see that you can do this on the dance floor. That was a left turn into a right turn. A comb over. Yeah, so notice that we're just doing the fundamentals with some energy, of course, changing hands, leading, so make the lady understand exactly what you want to do. Ladies following because you know your footwork so well. Ba, ba, boom, boom, ba, ba. Yes? So again, we did it in the beginning, watch it with music, we just did it now to show you that was nothing complicated, right? And again, we do other turn patterns, of course, on the dance floor. It's just because we're at the level where we can do that. That's just, that creativity is coming out. Joel even said himself, he'll do some of the same turn patterns in the same song, or the next 5 girls, but it's the way he does it that's different. I've been dancing with him for 9 years. I don't feel like he's doing the same thing over and over again because his energy changes, right? Of course, the music, when I'm paying attention to the music changes, so the energy changes, the way you're doing the turn changes, right? A lot of things change when you're actually paying attention to the partner and to the song.
Yeah, Maria said, sometimes I really feel, because of course the more strict judge is always yourself, right? You always tell yourself like, I'm not ready, I need more, I'm not ready, I need more, I want more, I want more. And it's okay, because sometimes I feel the same way. I feel like I dance in and I do the same movements, but I mean, for people that see me from outside, they're like, oh my God, all your moves are very cool and they look difficult. But because I've been doing it for so long, I mean, for me, it feels like I'm doing the same thing. I'm doing the same movements, but I don't do them the same way. That's the difference. That's the difference right there. So you master your fundamentals, and you master you start feeling what you feel. Believe me, every song is gonna call you to dance different, right? So you don't get bored on the dance floor. So it's something that we've been talking about in the other videos, like more in deep, like how do you create that dynamic? What do you do? How do you change that dynamic? How do you create the dynamic for your turns? How do you create the resistance, the connection, and all that stuff? It matters because you're dancing with a partner and you want to make her feel, and she will make you feel the difference and the changes and the momentums and play with it, right?
Yeah, and you want to also entertain yourself, right? Say the guy, I'm sorry, I cut you off. Go ahead. I'll go back to that.
Well, let's say, for example, we want to add a turn, right? A regular right turn, it can be, okay, I do the right turn over and over. So let's just do a right turn, boom, and then just drop it behind the neck, boom. Right? So it can be with the other hand, like, and try on the other part of the shoulder, so right here, right? Do it on the shoulder and catch on the other side. It's just the same right turn, it's just play with it, and don't be afraid. Try to, like I said, practice at home is key, right?
Yeah.
You will say something.
Sorry, and same for ladies, right? Say I am dancing with the guy who was kind of doing the same thing. I entertain myself. Just like Joel was giving me 3 right turns in a row, I did them differently because say I feel sexy on this right turn, let me give a little bit of a cross, hand across my chest, maybe a little hip, maybe I come out a little bit, or maybe I'm just really focused on what he's going to do, I smile, right? It's all about the energy and being playful, and of course, we're entertaining each other as well as adding different motions or styles, I should say, to the basic stuff, right? So we should probably never get bored. There's so many ways to do a right turn. I can go, probably create 1,000 right turns. Yeah?
Even if we've been very tough on this video, but also we want to let you know that the dance floor is your playground, right? Play, have fun. That's the idea, right? Otherwise, it's going to be everything too technical and too strong. But the technical part, leave it for the practice, right? When you practice all the technical stuff. When you go to the dance floor, try to apply it, but don't be too technical. Try to have fun, relax, and let it go. It's your time, right? It's your playground. So, I guess, guys, I want to know you can actually hear us. I see some, feel the music, Mara. Yes, feel the music, Mara. Let me see if somebody put some comments here. I can see some people commenting.
Yes, feel the music, right? That's easier said than done.
Israel Justiniano say thank you.
You're welcome. We say it too, feel the music, right? And it's so hard to explain that to someone who's just starting. They're like, what does that mean, feel the music, right? And then, again, we talk about, we teach with the conga beat. That's really enough feeling for you to get started, right? Just the conga rhythm, or just listening to the cowbell. So that's something you have to learn as well if it doesn't just come naturally. So train yourself with the basics and understanding the conga beat. Train yourself with the basics, understanding the cowbell, especially if you dance on one. That will give your dancing a whole other look, and you'll be expressing that to your partner. She or he will have a smile from ear to ear, right? he or she, I mean, especially me, I'm a she, and I do not want to be a turn pattern queen, right? Sometimes people grab me on the dance floor, the minute I touch their fingers, they're giving me a turn pattern, and it's kind of like, hey, you didn't even introduce yourself, you didn't even get to know me. Maybe I don't like doing turn patterns. Maybe I want to, express what I'm feeling with you. So it's about feeling each other out and seeing what the other person likes as well. Yeah, it's a communication on the dance floor. So I prefer that, communicating, than being a memorizer. Yes, I really hope that helps.
Cool. Guys, you have, let me see, give me one more. Oh, I can see the comments right here. I have problems with the timing. Can you, what? I have problems with the timing. Can you talk about the timing? Yes, Robert, this is a completely different video that we're going to do. Please stay tuned. A lot of people asking us for timing videos, and definitely we're going to do that type of videos because they're key. They're key for, especially for us that we love to dance. We have to make sure that we keep the right timing. And then when you have the timing, then you go to the next level and you start applying musicality to your movements.
Yeah,
right?
and you can also Google timing on YouTube. Joelle is probably one of the first people that come up. So that's a couple of videos you can watch. The timing videos, how we explain the conga beat. If you're dancing on two, go onto YouTube, like I said, and just search timing Joelle Salsa or timing Joel Dominguez, and you will find a really good video about
type salsa timing,
breaking down the timing.
On YouTube.
So hopefully that
and
helps.
I have a couple of videos, but like I said, we're gonna do more videos here. This is video number 10. We're gonna do more. We're gonna do more definitely. And guys, let us know what you think about the new little camera that we have now. You can actually see the whole thing, and hopefully you can hear us well. Please type on the comments and let us know you can hear us clear and it looks good. It's like the quality is good.
Let us know. We're answering your questions, the ones that are asking, and then I'm answering. Hopefully that we did answer the way you wanted us to, and also send us more questions as well.
Cool. We're gonna leave it here, I guess. Anything else?
Yes, we just want to say thank you so much for watching. We really appreciate you watching our videos. Again, we have a lot of experience. We went through the same thing as well, so we love to share what we have to go through and what we have been through and what we can just give advice on, right? So please send us more questions, and thank you for following us.
Yeah, and also if you see like, oh my God, I apply whatever you tell me on the video, please leave it in the comments. Hey guys, I apply and it really works. It helps me. We really want to keep that keep us motivated and just continue doing more videos like this, okay?
Yes.
Thank you so much from Maria and Joel Salsa. See you on the next video. Please stay tuned. Make sure that you click the notifications so you know when it's going to be the next one. Thank you, and have a great weekend.
Yes, see you soon.
Bye-bye.